I lived in Texas till I met my handsome Jim. We were in Alabama for about 11 years, and then UAB made him an offer that he could not refuse. He mainly taught advanced mathematics. Besides his family, mathematics was his love. In any way that he could help a student, he would. When he was in the hospital, a student called me from Washington, D.C., and he wanted to talk to him. I said, he can't talk to you because he's on a ventilator. He said, Dr. Ward was very helpful to me, and I'm a doctor now because of him. At that time, I had already started thinking, because the doctors had already said that there was no cure for his illness. And I started thinking that I wanted to do a scholarship fund. So it was because of that student that called me. And I said, he needs to still help other students. And by doing this, he will still be helping others.
I think one of the most important lessons that I learned from my father was to count others as more important than myself. And over the course of my childhood, I saw my parents open their home many, many times to people who were experiencing difficulty, even to the point where I saw somebody steal from my parents. And when I asked them about that, you know, the general sense was that they must have needed what they took more than we did. I couldn't think of a better way to establish a lasting memory of two of the people that I love more dearly than anybody else in this world than establishing, you know, an endowed scholarship here in the college.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for all the assistance of donors. Because of the scholarship, I've been able to do things like study abroad in India. I got to see the Dalai Lama in person.
I went to Ecuador over the winter break, and I lived with an indigenous group there. And so I learned things, you know, from this group, just living with them, that I never would have, you know, in a classroom setting. And I would never have been able to do that without scholarship funds.
I've had the opportunity to shadow and volunteer because I'm not having to spend that time working a full-time job to cover my education.
Instead of paying attention to the fact that they have to work, they can put that attention to their studies so that they can accomplish their goal.
When I chose to come back to school, as a mother of my children, I had twin 18-month-olds at the time, which is a very challenging age and also challenging in many other areas as well. I knew that I wanted to be in the public relations program, went straight to the communications website and had quite a list. This one is a financial need scholarship, and I knew that I fell into that criteria as a returning student. Coming back to school was one of the hardest and the easiest decisions to make as a mother. Knowing that I was making their future better, their mind better, is wonderful.
You may not know the student who's going to receive the benefit of the establishment of an endowed scholarship, and in the future, I'll be gone. But that endowed scholarship will live on and have generational benefits.
He will still be helping other students. Not him teaching them, but, you know, financially, a little bit. And I will continue to improve that money so that it will be a substantial amount for the students, not just a small amount, but a bigger amount.
It really means just a commitment and an investment in someone, a stranger.
I'm trying to imagine, like, you know, being at that point in life and like, hey, like I got some extra funds, I'm going to make a scholarship towards what I care about. And I think that's a really cool thing. To be chosen to represent this scholarship and represent that donor is really an amazing opportunity. So it's wonderful. I hope that I can definitely pay it back.